Okay, so I've decided I'm going to head back to the Citadel. Somewhere around here. There it is. We'll actually keep running from these. We'll hit the Oasis. And then, what we'll do is we'll try to find Vargas here as well, because he's somebody that I didn't actually talk to at the Ranger Citadel. We'll sell our weapon parts. Let's keep going. Wasn't worth the ammo it'd take to kill them. Yep, I agree. And then I kind of got to figure out, well, these guns that I keep finding, do I sell them? Do I dismantle them for parts? I don't know if we're going to make up for the cost of the full weapon with the weapon parts. I kind of think that we're not going to, but I know he says he pays a premium, but the parts you don't always get, so it's kind of tough. Some of the guns I've saved, some of the guns I haven't. What I'd like to get is I'd like to somehow get unlimited rifle ammo. That's not going to happen. Okay, so can we figure out... Do we have any idea where Vargas is? Have we ever been back here? Wade Woodson. Everything Angela, everything. Scorpia, Jackson. Oh, there's Vargas. Sergeant Wade Woodson, one of the most technically minded members of the Rangers. He's wearing a makeshift pair of glasses and is starting to gray at the temples. Welcome, recruits. Nice to make your acquaintance. Good work saving the day and attaching the repeater units at Ag Center. The General and I thank you. Now, I'm guessing you're here to learn about the mysterious broadcasts you've been helping us with. Yeah, a little bit. We don't know where they're coming from or who's making them. Hell, they could even be pre-Old War recordings for all we know. But we've been hearing them since the skies started to clear. We've got a threatening sound to them, so we've been trying to learn more about them, which is what we'd send Ace out to do when that robot murdered him. Now, you've already attached one of our repeater units to the radio tower at the Ag Center, but because you were unable to do the same at High Pool, we're in a bit of a bind. See, we intended to make a Watson-Watt Adcock antenna array using those two towers, our tower here and the tower where Ace died. Linking those four would have allowed us to pinpoint the origin of the signal. Now, however, we're going to have to try to find the radio tower the General already mentioned to you in Damonta, if it even exists. Got all that? Good. Yeah. So you've heard of Damonta then. I've been hearing the Red Scorpions radio chatter for that place for more than a year now. They claim it's somewhere beyond the eastern radiation clouds. I hope they're right. The radio tower that Gilbert says is rumored to be there could be our only hope of tracking down these mysterious broadcasts. And what's a Watson-Watt Adcock antenna array? You sure you want to hear this? Most people's eyes glaze over when I start getting technical. Yeah, kind of turns me on. Really? Okay, you asked for it. So with the traditional Watson-Watt method of radio direction finding techniques, it's possible to find the direction from a radio signal from which a radio signal was transmitted using two Adcock antenna pairs to perform an amplitude comparison on the incoming signal. An Adcock antenna pair is a pair of antennas that take the vector difference of the received signal at each antenna so that there is only one output from the pair of antennas. Two of these pairs generate what can be referred to as the north-south and east-west signals, which will then be passed to the receiver. In the receiver, the bearing angle can be computed by taking the arc tangent of the ratio of the north-south to the east-west signal. Given any four antennas of a known distance from each other, this method can establish a very accurate directional vector on an incoming signal. Yes, I am satisfied. Thank you. So what about High Pool? I'm sorry you weren't able to save High Pool. Its reservoir and treatment plant provided water for us and the other communities in the area. It will be sorely missed. I'm so glad, though, that we were able to save Ag Center. They're doing so much to develop hardier animal and plant stock that will survive out here in the waste. It would have been a real blow to have lost them. So repeater unit we used to boost a weak radio signal out in the field and transmit the data back to the Citadel. Let me tell you, it was hell trying to find enough parts to make the ones we needed, which is why I'm so glad you're able to find the ones Ace was carrying. And so I'm guessing the radiation was what he meant by the skies clearing up. It's only a theory, but my guess is that the fallout's been floating around the ionosphere since the war has been muddying things up there. stopping long-range broadcasts from being reflected back to Earth. Now maybe the fallout is starting to decay and the ionosphere is slowly returning to normal, allowing it to reflect radio waves like it used to back in the good old days. Or not. I only know what I read in salvage books. Whatever caused it, we're definitely picking up more distant radio signals these days than we were able to even 3 months ago. Well, I'm not gonna say anything bad about General. I'm sitting right next to him, am I? You better not, Woodson. I'll take care of your smokes. I'll take away your smokes ration. See? But seriously, I think the General has been a wise and cautious leader these past 15 years. Some of the boys may think he keeps a little too cautious, but they're not the ones who have to field the calls when good men die. Since we started talking about these strange broadcasts, he's decided that the quiet times are over. Since we started hearing these strange broadcasts. And his place is here on the air, listening to the people of the Waste and sending his troops into battle. What do you mean by quiet? Well, we spent 15 years... We spent the 15 years since we defeated the base Cochise AI retrenching, rebuilding the Citadel, rebuilding our numbers, solidifying our position. It's made us a stronger organization, I think, but we also have a smaller footprint now, and some of the places we used to patrol have kind of fallen off the map. Now, though, I think it's time to wake up. The world is changing. These crazy broadcasts, the Red Scorpions in the old prison, reports of trade routes to the east where we thought there was nothing but radiation. If the Rangers still want to be a force for good in the world, then we gotta start stepping out beyond our own backyard. The Red Scorpion militia took over the old prison when we moved out. Much more than the Raider gang. We kind of know all about this already. East of what? We always thought the radiation east of the prison was just too strong and that travel that way was impossible. Now the Scorpions are claiming they've established trade with a community beyond the radiation called Damanta, and also with a group calling themselves the Servants of Titan. We're not welcome in Scorpion territory, so we can't check out the truth of all this, but they do seem to be getting better weaponry from somewhere, so maybe it's legit. The prison's our old home base, not bad for what it was, but we'd be outgrowing it for decades. When we cleared the previous owners out of this place, we saw an opportunity to make a move. The base Cochise AI was the Rangers' greatest enemy, though really all it was a malfunctioning machine, the mainframe of a pre-war military facility that somehow got it into its circuit board head that everybody in the world was its enemy. Started pumping out robots to defend itself, and if we hadn't stopped it, those robots could have killed everyone in Arizona. I'm feeling like this base is kind of reactivated. And hence Ace's demise. Okay, Vargas, a stiff-bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handle revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches in his barrel. So you saved Egg Center at the expense of High Pool. A tough decision, and I know it must weigh heavily on your minds, but a choice had to be made. And once you chose Egg Center, you did all you could to save it and its people. I'm particularly pleased that you went out of your way to help Matt Forrestal. He was a great ranger, remains a credit to the organization now that he's left. Also, let me personally thank you for finding Ace's killer, whatever it was. I'm sorry your initiation to the Rangers has been such a trial by fire, but you've proven yourself tough under pressure, and in my eyes, that makes you fit to be a ranger. You've earned the name. Welcome aboard, Rangers. Now, any questions? Well, we did find a logbook page from Ace's logbook. Did you? Excellent work. Let me have a look. Not much here is there. Let me see. Fell in with a snake squeezing cellar. Okay. Getting that feeling of being followed. Damn, tells a sad story, doesn't it? Guess what came out of the dark was that goddamn robot. Or that killer robot. I'm just making up words. Well, looks like your best lead is to find this snake squeezing salesman, whoever he is. Mentions Rail Nomad here. So have a look there if you haven't already. Maybe this fella knows something more, like where the rest of the logbook is. Thanks for letting us into the Citadel, sir. It's your home now, recruits, a place to rest and resupply between missions, and a place to learn and share your knowledge with others. But it is more than that. Despite its tarnished history, the Citadel is a force for good. A shining beacon of justice in a dark land, a bulwark against barbarism in a world of lawlessness and brutality. Instead, it is the furrowed field out of which the seeds of order will grow into a new and better civilization. Sounds very similar to the guy making the broadcasts at this point. Forgive me. Get carried away sometimes, but I do believe we are making a difference despite my shortcomings, and that our flame must not be allowed to be snuffed out. That's why we need young, motivated recruits like yourselves. What can you tell me about Melson? Melson's alright, a bit young, a bit rowdy, a bit gung-ho, but the Rangers need that now. We need new blood like yourselves. And Woodson? Woodson's that man right over there, my radio wingman. He keeps me on the air. If you want to know about the repeater units or how to use the radio, see him. And what about Mercaptain? We met her. One of the brightest minds in the Citadel. She's really helped us get our weapons and armor up to scratch, and she's always coming up with new and better stuff. Worth a visit just to see what she's got cooking. And what about TNT-10? He's our munitions expert. Crazy bastard's gonna blow us all up one day. Does good work though. In the field, his ordnance is highly reliable. It's just his workshop that scares the bejesus out of me. What about Eggleston? Huh, Flintlock was old when I was your age. Now he's ancient. Knows more about the history of the Desert Rangers than any man alive, and he'll tell you so himself. Anything else you could tell me about Ace, Vargas? Ace and I went way back to the prison days. We fought Finster and the base Cochise robot army together. We built the Citadel from scratch. That I sent him on that mission, which got him killed, hangs heavy on my heart, and Angie's never gonna forgive me. You think it'll be more than just a robot, sir? The Rangers have fought robots before, but none like that. I don't know what that thing was or where it came from, and that makes me uneasy. I'd already sent Captain a special requisition form on the condition you bring her something that'll help us track down Ace's killer. From what she told me so far, you'll need the best she's got. Any advice now that we're officially Rangers? You are our next generation recruits, and I want you to make us proud. Remember that every action you take reflects directly upon the Desert Rangers as a whole. We've worked very hard to gain the trust of the people of Arizona, and to have them accept our authority. Keep in mind every time you draw your weapon or make a promise. The lives of the Rangers and the rule of law depend on your wisdom, honor, and forbearance. Where can we resupply, sir? You'll want to talk to our Quartermaster Sergeant Melson about that. He'll provide you with all the weapons, armor, and gear you'll need in order to carry out your duties in the Wasteland. You might also want to talk to Mercaptain or TNT-10 if you want something special. We have a library here. We compile maps and information about the region to help us with our work. If you want to know more about the old tech or ancient knowledge, go talk to old Flintstock there. If you got map questions, see Gilbert. He's our cartographer. Okay. What about your shortcomings you mentioned earlier? I've been too cautious, recruits. Since we took this place over 15 years ago, I focused too much on keeping the peace in areas we know and not enough on outside threats. I wanted to rebuild, get our numbers up, but all I've really been doing is letting the world pass us by. Well, that's got to change, and the change starts with you. We're going to find out where this threat is really coming from. What about Gilbert? Gilbert was another one of my squad. We called him Thrasher back in the day, a good man to have in a tight spot. Past his fighting days now, though. Took a wound during the Battle of Base Cochise and never fully recovered. Now he's our cartographer and damn good at it. You'll find him in the museum with Flintlock. Anything about the prison you can tell us? It's our old stomping grounds, since right after the apocalypse. We moved out of there about 15 years ago and we took this place over. It wasn't a bad place, but the Citadel is more defensible. The Red Scorpions have moved into the prison since then, nasty bunch from all accounts. And what do you think of them? They call themselves the Red Scorpion Militia now, RSM. Lately, they've been filling the airways with a lot of trash about how they're the real law and order around here. Just another raider gang, if you ask me. I don't give them the time of day. I don't know, maybe RSM's good guys and we're, not. It's possible. Finster is the craziest jackalope we ever faced. Might have been human once. Might have been sane, too. But when we met him, he was a crazy android bent on wiping out the human race and replacing us all with these mutants. Got his head in our museum if you want to take a look. Cochise was nearly the death of us. Hell, it was nearly the death of my whole human race. Of the whole human race. Damn malevolent mainframe turning out an endless army of robots. If we hadn't stopped it, well, I hate to think. Do you know Angie well, Vargas? Well enough to not talk behind her back when she's standing right in front of me. Hey Angie, how you holding up? Angela Death. Better now, General. I'm only crying 8 hours out of every day now instead of 16. Ain't no shame in grieving, Angie. No shame at all. Okay. I got some stuff for you. Okay, that's not really what I want to give you. Aren't you the one who will take my scraps? Okay, that's actually quite a nice chunk of change. 339, but we dismantled a few weapons. As an example, if we sell this, that's 82. I don't know. I think I did this example one time already, but it's 82 if I want to sell it to him. If I strip it for parts, we got 8 of them. Okay, it is worth more. Okay, well, good. But it depends if we get the parts or if we don't get the parts. That's the only thing. Look, we're gonna need a ton of ammo. Almost tempted to buy this whole lot here. Donnie's got sniper rifle bullets. We've got shotgun shells. We've got energy cells. Okay. So let's keep breaking these down then. Only 5 that time, so it will be less. It would be pretty good to get everybody with some armor, but I think ammo is what we really need. He doesn't want to take all of our junk, just some. I'm thinking with Angie, we could maybe go... No, the bullpup's pretty good. Or the bullpup, the HK-33. Oh, look at this one though. This is a weapon. 5 AP for a single shot, 7 AP for a burst shot. But it's yeah, that's kind of limiting a little bit. But man, does that ever hit hard. M16. What if we did a little trade here? Oh, he's not gonna buy it from us. Oh yeah. I don't know if I want to tell her about the cheap weapons. What's this? Old Flintlock sent over a requisition with your name on it. Said he hopes better armaments will prevent further death. Okay, so we've got a requisition here. I can take any one of these, looks like. 5 strength. But he's already got this. So we can maybe grab the leather jacket. Could take a submachine gun. Could take mechanical repair. Or we could just take the armor. I think we're gonna take the armor. So who do we want to have this? Leo's kind of in the mix a lot, but so is Mikey. Let's give it to him. And then let's split out this ammo as well. Okay, now he's got too much. Just gonna get a little bit organized here. So she's got sturdy mag and the underbarrel flashlight. We've got sturdy mag there. We've got everything on that one. But it's not going to work on anything else. Pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, sniper rifles. Handgun, not quite. Okay. So now, let's see this. How do we want to deal with this assault rifle. I think we're gonna try and sell it for that other one. We can only sell it for 124, unfortunately. But this M16 is gnarly. She's got the most AP to try and actually utilize this. I hope we get our ammo back once we sell it. I'm gonna try. Let's see if we can just remove these. 75% chance that it will be recovered. Damn it. Okay, we could remove the sturdy mag. 80% junk weapon parts. And we got a sturdy mag, which I don't really need. So that's kind of a bummer. Who can buy some stuff from me? I just kind of want like a general somebody to buy my stuff. I think Tan only buys my shit. Yep. I'd have to go outside. But I need to do it because I need that gun now for Angie. Look at Mikey carving his own path in the world. Okay. Let's sell all junk. That's really all that we have. I find that hard to believe. Marbles, like junk. Clothing, clothing, clothing. -2 coordination is kind of an impact. I'm gonna sell. Oh, grip tape. I forgot about that one. We'll have to attach it. Let's give that to him. Sell some of these now. I kind of feel like keeping all these history things. So we've got the radiation suits here, which is good to know. Okay, where is the M16? Awesome. Okay, let's give this to Mikey. Oh, okay. So she won't give that away, which is unfortunate. All right, let's head out. That was good. We got to talk to Vargas. We got to talk to the other guy, the technical dude. We got a brand new kick-ass weapon. We've got a little bit of money. We bought a whole bunch of ammo. And I feel much better about heading out there. I think we're good. I'll keep a little bit of money. And I literally mean, like, it's a very tiny amount. Let's grab Aberfirth again. Serious? Come on, Aberfirth. You know you want to be with us. There we go.